So an appropriate response is offense, but it's like a personal thing. It's a thing that you should feel, just like Paul says, all things are
permissible, but not everything is beneficial.
Beneficial, yeah. Not all things are like, yeah, you can do that, but is that going to help you in your walk? Is that going to help you stay away from falling into sin? No. So I think that the fence thing is a really good a good thing. You know, I told you I was on staff at a church that, you know, kind of their policy with staff was like, hey, listen, what you do, you know, in your own house, in your own home is one thing, but you, like being out at a restaurant, like we don't want you drinking alcohol in a rrestaurant because we don't want someone from the church to like see you and not know if it was, and I'm like, okay, I get that, you know, and then part of me is kind of like, well, hey, like I can walk in my own freedom. I can make my own decisions. I'm not a drunkard if I have one beer at lunch with my family or something. Right. But I mean, sort of out of respect for the church and how it might potentially look, or just so that we could avoid any like questions about staff or whatever. I was like, I yielded to that, of course. Right. But I think that that's indicative of not the church there, but that idea happens sometimes in churches, but also in just people's lives, because the things they struggle with, they put a fence up, and then that fence becomes the new law to obey. And so then when you violate that fence, it's like, oh, dude, like you're having a drink, like what's up? It's because they've violated now the fence that you put up for yourself, so you don't fall into, because you struggle with you're
now imposing your expectations on others.
Yes. Yeah. And that's a hard thing to not do when you've set something up as like a really bad thing in your life. But it's so easy for us to do that, for us to create a fence, and then for the fence to be the new standard, you know.